Dying on that hill. Dying
All
on
right,
it.
fair enough. Okay, next
Fair
on the
enough.
news is Star Wars Visions. Man, I'll be honest with you. I forgot that this comes out next week. Next week,
Man,
we're
I
getting
had to
new
remember today
content.
too.
Like, come
It's
on
just
now,
it's
let's
wild to
get
think
pumped. Let's get
we
pumped.
shouldn't be getting new content, but we are. It's so exciting. My brother had to remind me like 2 or 3 days ago. He was like, "Hey, Star Wars Visions is coming out next week," and I was like, "It is? Oh, it is!" So
Yeah.
I'm just super excited about it.
Yeah,
And
me too.
I'm not an anime guy.
Well, and I think some initial viewings have occurred. Like, I think some people have gotten
Yes.
early access, and everything I've
Well,
seen so
there was
far
a
have been very positive.
yeah, and there was a manga that was released, a book that was
Hmm.
released to kind of, it was like a prequel to some of the stories, at least one story for sure I know of.
Sure, yeah.
And I have not read anything about those. I'm trying to go into this thing as blind as I possibly can. So for me, it's just like, okay, we have little teases. And you mentioned there's already been some viewing, which is great.
Hmm.
It's helpful.
Hmm.
Fantastic stuff.
Hmm.
So it's just one more thing to look forward to.
Absolutely. Well, let's share some Star Wars Visions details, shall we? Number
Do
one,
it. Do it.
expect the episodes to vary in length from 13 to 22 minutes. Now, let's just pause there. We're going to go from detail to detail. Let's pause there and just focus in on that for a second. Is that length okay with us, is what we're going to debate, or not debate. I don't know what your take is on this. I'm okay with it. I'm very happy with 13 to 22 minutes. I think that's going to be the appropriate length. I think it's going to be just enough to make me want to keep watching the next episode and the next episode and the next episode, because don't forget that this is all coming out at once. Every single one of these short stories is dropping simultaneously. So it's not like, oh, it's only 13 minutes and I got to wait another full week to see the next one. It's not like that this go around. We are getting every single one of them. So for me, I'm actually kind of excited because that means I get to binge. I can probably binge every single episode of this in one sitting. At least that's my goal. Now, with that said, if I feel myself getting tired, I'll probably pause because I want to make sure I give everything I've got to Star Wars Visions. But I think I'm going to be able to succeed in that goal with it being 13 to 22 minutes. DJ, what do you got on this time slot? Does that make you happy? Does it bother you, or you're just good with it?
No, and it doesn't bother me whatsoever. I think it's a perfect
Good.
length.
Good.
It's perfectly acceptable, given the way that anime typically goes. Now, I've said, even on this episode, I've said in past episodes, while I'm not an anime fan, generally speaking, I have watched some anime. I've watched, I don't know if it really counts as anime because some people are like, no, that's not anime. Like, I remember back in the day watching a little bit of Yu-Gi-Oh! And I don't know if that's considered anime or not, but like some people do, some people don't. I understand that, kind of causing maybe some rifts there. But one thing that I do remember watching a long time ago was Full Metal Alchemist. I thought that was a really cool show. I watched the very first episode of that when I was in high school about 400 years ago. And I thought that it was really, really cool. And I never continued watching it because I watched it at a friend's house. So it was a one and done kind of situation for me. So knowing what I know about anime, these types of shows are typically 13 to 22 minutes anyway.
Right.
So
it
that
fits.
doesn't bother. Yeah. And honestly, you watching like reruns of The Office or Parks and Rec, those are all like 22 minutes. So
yeah, so I think, sorry, DJ, I think we're losing you for a second. So what I'll do is I'll just kind of take the wheels on this for a second. With Visions, you're good. I'll just keep going until you catch back up. With Visions, we did get also a official list of heroes and villains come out from StarWars.com. We got Kara from the Ninth Jedi. This is the heroes list. We also got Care from the Twins. I hope I'm saying that character right. We got Dan from the Elder. We got F from the Village Bride. And we got Ronan from the Duel. Now, again, on StarWars.com, it specifically goes into detail with that. But it does kind of give a spoiler warning because I know some people like to go into shows completely without knowing anything. So with that said, I didn't want to, dive into the specific details of each character, but just to let you know that that list is out there. We also got a villains list. We got the Elder from the Elder. We got Am from the Twins. We got Masago from, I'm going to mess this word up probably, Akakiri, I don't know, maybe. Sith
Akakiri.
bandit leader from the duel and the Inquisitor from TOB1. So, and I also think today they released a droids list, but I just didn't have enough time to get into the notes. So, with that said, DJ is back, and we got tons of Visions details to discuss. So, what do you think of the heroes list, the villains, the droids? What do you think about Visions just in general?
Sorry, I lagged out.
You're good.
Maybe I should invest in an Ethernet cable. I don't know, but no, I'm very excited about this. Back on the duration, I think the duration's perfectly fine. As far as this list of villains and characters go, the one I'm most excited for is Ronan from the Duel.
Oh yeah, good call.
I'm excited specifically about that episode because if my knowledge is correct, that's the one that looks like super hyper realistic, and I want to watch that one so bad. Plus, I like samurai films, so I'm hoping this has a very samurai film, Seven Samurai type feel to it, and I'm hoping that works out that way. But as far as the rest of these go, I mean, I can't say I'm attached to anybody because I haven't met anybody, so I don't know.
True. Yeah, and I can't wait, and I skipped over reading the descriptions because I came to the decision of, look, I kind of want to go into Visions completely blank. So I didn't read that article, but again, it's out there. If you just go to StarWars.com, and it's there. I think it's got 3 articles now because, again, I think they released a droids one. If not today, it was yesterday. So go to that if you want to read up on these characters beforehand. But like I said, I want to go in completely clean and completely blank. Okay, next news